The pecking order in the Western Conference starting to take shape here in 2026. And Orange County and San Antonio, they're in that contender category. Happy to have you with us this evening for the match presented by Raising Cane's, the official chicken finger of OCSC. Alongside Ricky Lopez-Espin, I'm Joe Malfa. Ricky, these teams have combined for 10 games and only one loss to begin the season.
San Antonio especially doing a really good job. 2 games on the road, 2 draws for Carlos Llamosa. He's done a really good job at understanding what he has in his locker room and creating an identity for Orange County. Your last 2 games over all competitions, 0 points when you do play here at Championship Stadium, an opportunity to push up the Western Conference.
It's a tough one that Orange County is coming off of. Their first loss of the season against New Mexico, and it came off this mistake from Alex Rando.
Yeah, Alex Rando having a really difficult week between the 6 for Orange County, but yet Danny Stone say, look, he's a professional. He's going to bounce back, and he's going to give us a response, and he's actually been really pleased with what he's seen through the run of play, but now they need to be a little bit more clinical in front of goal.
Tonight's player to watch presented by Lyona is Chris Haggard.
Chris Haggard has the freedom to go and search the game. He can play on the left side. He can play centrally. He likes to combine. He likes to operate in between lines. The relationship between Bazzini, McKinnon, and Chris Haggard going forward will be crucial for Orange County if they want to start finding the back of the net.
San Antonio looking to improve things in the attack, but you can't take anything away, Ricky, from the defensive performances they put forth so far this season.
1 goal allowed for San Antonio, understanding who they are off the ball. That line of 5 really compact, going at Monterey Bay, a side that it's really difficult to play, and you get a clean sheet, so that's going to give Carlos Llamosa and San Antonio a little bit of confidence here on the road.
Big part of their defensive success is actually Mikey Maldonado. He can provide with the assist, but he is that piece of the midfield that does a lot of the dirty work defensively.
Massive pickup for San Antonio, the ability to cover ground off the ball, to clog passing lanes, but on the ball, he connects that back to front. He can find that final ball. He can switch your point of attack on a dime. Look for him to try to win that midfield battle if San Antonio wants to find success.
These 2 teams over the years have been attached at the hip. In the last 5 years, they've both put a star above the crest. They've had some contentious playoff battles, but San Antonio has not won here in Orange County since 2022. It's Orange County and San Antonio next on the Golazo Network.
Every morning I draw a line. I've painted thousands of them. The lines are simple, but what happens within them is magical. Some lines divide, but not this one. It's the common thread for our shared love for the game. Soccer, football, call it what you want. This line, this team, it brings each of us to a common ground, the line that connects us. We, OCSC.
At the Pickup Family Neurosciences Institute, we function as a unit. Neurosurgery and neurology, physical medicine and rehab, physical therapy. It's patient-focused, patient-centered care. The future of the neurosciences at Hoag is filled with promise. We are at the cusp of incredible advancements and innovations that are truly going to transform medical care and its delivery. Patients don't just get a doctor when they come to Hoag, they get Team Hoag.
Kids grow up fast. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. With Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, let me see if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
This is incredible technology. We can actually solve drunk driving.
We are here to send a very strong message. Drunk driving must stop.
We are educators, supporters, listeners, and most of all, we are relentless. Because one life lost is one too many. Together, we can end impaired driving for good. Join the movement. Drive change. Save lives.
The USL on CBS is presented by Best Western Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel partner of the United Soccer League. Let's meet the starting lineup, starting with the home side, Orange County.
We talk about that central location in terms of the fluidity for Danny Stone, Kelly, and Partida. They will stay centrally. They'll sit a little bit deeper, giving Palomino and Chris Haggard the ability just to go and search the game. If they come centrally, expect Ben Alcazar and Ward to provide the width and have a lot of overlapping runs. Bazzini and McKinnon, that work rate, that versatility, and that directness can cause some issues for San Antonio and that back line. Danny Stone wants to see Lamb McKinnon get a little bit more involved and find the quality in that final third. Those two players ahead of this lineup need to be really good for the home side.
On the other side for San Antonio, we do expect it to look more of a three-back with Barbier, Tainer, and Cronali, but this is the setup from the start.
Akeem Ward and Quasia will push up into that middle third. They'll provide the work, they'll provide the width, and they'll provide quality service once they do get to that final third. Maldonado, we've talked about him. He's going to sit a little bit deeper and be that security blanket in front of that back three. Hernandez will push higher. Patino and Pirano, two players that like to combine off one another. Patino, big, physical number 9. Look for him to stay as high as he possibly can, giving Christian Pirano the ability to go and search the game.
Orange County did it in 2021. San Antonio did it in 2022, putting stars above their respective crests. Two recent champions in this league. Last year, Orange County won the home game 1-0. San Antonio won their home game in the series 3-1, so splitting the regular season series. Have to go back to 2022, the last time that Orange County lost at home to San Antonio. It'll be San Antonio in the white from left to right. Orange County in the orange from right to left. Ready to get things going on a beautiful night in Irvine. And away we go, the only show in town in the USL Championship this evening. Standalone game, Orange County hosting San Antonio. Expect a lot of physical play between these two teams that don't give much defensively. You look at some of the names in the midfield on the respective back lines, physical. That's a word that keeps coming up to describe a lot of the players individually. Put them all together, and this could be a spicy one as this evening goes along. Specifically for San Antonio, Santiago Patino, we've talked about his big frame, a player that wants to be a back-to-goal number 9, so movement ahead of him and be underneath him is going to be really important for San Antonio. Brewitt and Tubbs need to do a good job at passing him off and always providing coverage off one another. Natalie Simon going to have her work cut out for her this evening, one of the best and most respected officials around the league. Early days still for San Antonio. Chatting with Carlos Llamosa, the head coach, trying to get the attack clicking on all cylinders. The pieces are certainly there. Christian Pirano back this year after spending a couple of years in Portugal, last year with Sacramento. He has 3 assists to begin this season. Santiago Patino joined midway through last year, rejoining San Antonio. He's yet to record a goal or assist this season, but getting those two together significant. They were the engine behind their 2022 title, Pirano and Patino. Early on, you just see the width provided by Akeem Ward. That's exactly what Carlos Llamosa wants from his wingbacks, the ability to stay as high as they possibly can. In doing that, you pin back the opposing outside backs, giving Uralfav and Pirano the ability to play centrally. They've been dangerous on set pieces this year. San Antonio, that back line of Danny Barbier, Mitch Tainer, Alex Cronali, 3 massive targets in these moments. From the corner, the header, driven into Alex Rando. Could have deflected any which way with the traffic in front of him. And it was Crownally getting on the end of it.
And not very often you see a ball bounce, let alone twice in the attacking 18-yard box, and allowing Crownally to get on the end of it. Easy save in the end for Rando, which will do good for his confidence.
He needs it. The way the last couple of games have gone, he's made some big saves in key moments, but the blunder in Open Cup against Phoenix, just a swing and a miss playing out of the back. And what we showed you top of the broadcast as he misjudged it coming off his line against New Mexico and leading to New Mexico's goal in the 1-0 victory. So getting him back on track in terms of his confidence will be key.
Now, you and I had a really good conversation with Danny Stone regarding Alex Rando and his mentality. And he said, look, we still have full faith in him, understanding that he's going to respond and he's going to show his character and personality. Big test for the goalkeeper here today.
Crownally banging his way through. Go Benalcazar. Draws a free kick. Benalcazar, one of the players right now playing out of position for Orange County. Ryan Dogman not fit. So Benalcazar slides back to that left back position. That's really a theme throughout the ranks for Orange County. Guys missing here or there, or guys not fully fit here or there. You see on the bench today, Ethan Zubak and Usman Silla, two players who are good for about a half an hour or so. Bazzini. Take a look at the injury report brought to you by Zulfagari Law. Nothing officially reported for Orange County. Nicky Hernandez, the lone name on the list right now for San Antonio. Some guys that are nursing knocks for Orange County, though, include Ryan Dogman, as we mentioned. Players here and there. Nothing too serious long-term, as we understand it, but the players missing in key spots right now. You couple that with the fact that Orange County, between tonight's game and Open Cup, they've gone weekend, midweek each of the last couple of weeks now, stretching some bodies thin in terms of excess minutes on their legs as well. They went 120 in Open Cup last week against Phoenix. And Alcazar. Wide to Hagart. Mohamedou War, one of those players right now being asked to play out of position. War deflected in the waiting arms of Joey Batruni.
The way that Orange County plays specifically on wide parts of the field is really fascinating because you have Hagart and Palomino ahead of War, and Benalcazar are two players that want to provide a lot of quality when they do go forward. So understanding if you are one of the two outside backs for San Antonio, you need to do a really good job at splitting the difference. You cannot give any sort of angle because this Orange County side has just too much talent that they can make you play.
The diagonal, Akeem Ward settles. Coming over from Colorado Springs this season, too much on it. Looking for Christian Pirano. Just been out of sync right now in the attack for San Antonio. For a team that is unbeaten, mind you, I guess it's champagne problems, but they're certainly leaving a lot on the table in terms of the attack right now.
Yeah, talent's never a question for the San Antonio side. We continue to talk about the roster and the players that Carlos Simas has been able to sign for this club. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when they start clicking on all cylinders. And you and I were talking off air, Joe, this team is extremely balanced. They have so many players that are not only successful in their careers, but successful in USL Championship. And with Carlos Simas doing a good job last year as well, this side is going to be fighting for a home playoff game in the Eastern Conference.
Picked up by Kelly, up to McKinnon, saved by Batruni. Those moments there where Ben Alcazar started that attack up the left side that they missed Dogman. That extra bit of pace from Dogman in his natural position probably turns that last opportunity into more of a golden opportunity, with Hagar crashing the middle. Instead, Ben Alcazar a little bit slower. Again, more of a defensive midfielder by trade. Danny Barbier playing out of the back. I have to really do some research into it, but this might be the biggest back three any team has ever assembled in USL Championship between Barbier, Tainter, and Cronali.
Now, if you're Orange County, you understand that. Keep the ball on the deck. Try to play quick around them. Anything that you play in the air, most likely San Antonio's going to clear it.
Hakeem Ward cutting in, fouled by Hagar. A lot of minutes on Hagar's legs right now. If they were healthier, maybe you would have expected to see somebody like Hagar rotate, but he's just so important to everything they do. Tainter slips it through. Hernandez over the top. Harrison Tubbs fouled by Santiago Patino. Frustration maybe for Patino. Again, he's the one that doesn't have a goal or an assist to his name yet this season.
That's a really good pocket of space from Jorge Hernandez. If you are Santiago Patino, if you have a clean first touch, because you get the right angle on Tubbs, just a little bit sloppy in terms of the technical ability in the end. Like you said, Joe, frustration clear, already 11 minutes in for the striker.
Last year, 2 goals and an assist for Santiago Patino. In behind, McKinnon, flag stays down, McKinnon! Orange County strike first! Liam McKinnon with his 2nd of the season.
Danny Stone loves what McKinnon gives Orange County when he is playing in that striker role. The ability to be direct, the ability to stay high. But just notice San Antonio's shape. Hakeem Ward, bottom of your screen, extremely high. That leaves your back three so exposed. Fantastic recognition from McKinnon just to peel off the shoulder of Tainter. And then what about a first touch to set you up for success? Notice his shoulders over the ball, strikes directly through it, clean as you would like, to give Orange County the 1-0 lead here at home.
Getting some answers early this season from McKinnon. Missed basically all of last season with an injury. There was so much excitement bringing him in from Greenville in USL League One. He was the Golden Boot winner and Player of the Year in 2024, but injury cost him so mightily last year. 8 starts, only 2 goals because of a foot injury that cut his season short. A goal brought to you by Hogue. Here early in this one, his 2nd of the season, is already matching last year's goal total. Ricky, you're obviously going to be super critical of strikers. It's the position you played, and you've been wanting more from McKinnon. So is Danny Stone. Started to give him more run now as a natural striker rather than playing him off the wing. And at a moment like that, as a coach, you got to feel good when you press the right button and it works out as early as it does in a match like this.
And it's also going to give McKinnon so much confidence going forward, because he makes that look extremely easy, and it is not. This ball's coming over your right shoulder. You have to get a clean first touch with your least preferred left foot, and it's a quality finish. But you just see the attributes that he's bringing. He's big, he's physical, he's fast, very technically sound. So for Danny Stone, you trust in your player, you continue to give him opportunities, and he will reward you.
That Golden Boot season, and he won Player of the Year in 2024. 16 goals in 22 starts for the Greenville Triumph. If you factor in Jägermeister Cup at the time and playoffs, he had 21 goals in all competitions in 2024. And it was a real breakout. You talk about players jumping from the college ranks to the pro ranks, and with good coaching, developing. In his full career at Villanova, 15 goals in 49 games over 4 years. To go from that to scoring 21 goals in a professional season, that's a big jump. From the free kick, Tainter was waiting for it. Harrison Tubbs got a head on it, out for a corner.
Also have to give a lot of credit to Palomino as well to hit that ball on a dime over 50, 60 yards. But if you are Carlos Llamosa, you're going to be extremely frustrated with how disorganized your back line is. Corneli's really high, Tainter's exposed, Akeem Ward is caught really high as well. There's no rotation, no coverage whatsoever, just far too easy for Orange County.
For a team this season, as we touched on, their calling card has been the defending San Antonio. Forced to battle from behind. They opened the season with a 2-1 win over Phoenix. Ever since then, it's been clean sheet after clean sheet. Now from the corner. Tracked down by Arofave. All the way back to Baturi. No other white jerseys there. Everybody went forward for the corner. All three big center backs. There it is, just the second goal they've conceded this season. When they conceded in the opener against Phoenix, they had already had a lead. So this is the first time they're playing from behind this season. How will Carlos Llamosa's group respond? Five matches, 3 wins, 2 draws, unblemished San Antonio. Orange County were unblemished until they lost this past week against New Mexico. Toward the end of our conversation with Danny Stone, and we've had the privilege of talking to him often over the last few years, his time in Phoenix to his time in Orange County, he's usually level-headed and usually has a very good sense of broad view and not putting too much stock in one game. A little bit out of character toward the end of our conversation. He stopped short of pretty much guaranteeing a victory in this game, essentially, for lack of a better way to put it, as Tubbs is fouled middle of the park. He kept kind of dancing the way his comments were, dancing up to that line. It was just more of saying, I'm very confident the group is going to get back on track. And you kept sensing, just reading between the lines, he wanted to go deeper into that conversation, but didn't want to really put forth any bulletin board material for San Antonio to work with. But he sounded abnormally confident that the turning point was coming for this group. And if you go back and watch their last couple of games against Phoenix and New Mexico, largely the better team in both those games, controlling both those games. It was 2 goalkeeper errors that turned into losses in both those games.
Now you feel a sense of trust and confidence when speaking with Danny Stone regarding his side, saying exactly with the type of profiles that they've had, the flexibility specifically in that central location role, they can give you just so many different looks. And once this team, much like we talked about with San Antonio, once this team gets full of confidence, once they start to get extremely healthy, there's just so many ways and a true identity that Orange County can.
Turned over, McKinnon teeing it up, McKinnon right at Petruni.
I see frustration from Chris Hagart, wide open. But you love to see the aggressiveness from McKinnon continue to put pressure on this back line. A little bit of a step over, starting to really express himself in that final third. Exactly what you need if you are Danny Stone.
Hernandez puts it behind Patino. 3 straight years Hernandez has been first team All-League. Hagart with some space. Through for McKinnon, flag stays down. McKinnon back across, pushed wide by Palomino.
Again, just the shape of San Antonio all over the place. It's a sloppy giveaway. Notice this is a 3v3. Going back the other way, Corneli, Mitch Tainter getting caught extremely narrow. And notice how no one gets their body position right just to see the run from Partida. If that is on target, most likely it's 2-0 Orange County.
Palomino would like to do better in that spot. Last 3 years that he spent in Sweden, scored 12 goals in 83 games. To bring him in. Feels like he's been around forever. One of those guys who came out and burst on the scene so young with Houston back in 2020 at the age of 18. He doesn't turn 25 until mid-May.
Also give credit to McKinnon in that last action for Orange County as well. A lot of times players just try to hit that ball across blindly, picks up his head, notices that the San Antonio backline are retreating, so the cutback is on. If you are Carlos Mosta, you need to settle this game down. It's been all one-way traffic in favor of Orange County and really sloppy when in possession for San Antonio.
For San Antonio, when it comes to settling things down, it usually means more of Jorge Hernandez on the ball. We haven't seen much of that through almost 20 minutes. Brewitt. Palomino going to go back and forth with War. Mahamadou War darting through, still Mahamadou War. One of those players that belongs further up the field. At a necessity right now, Orange County have him operating as a right back in a 4, but as players get back to full health, somebody that Danny Stone wants as a true out-and-out winger, essentially playing in the role more similar to the role that Palomino is in right now. Ben Alcazar. It's part of that conversation about guys missing and the fluidity in the lineup for Orange County. It's a great problem to have because when everybody comes back, I don't want to be Danny Stone. To try to put together an 11 with a fully healthy Orange County side is going to be an arduous task. Even tonight, Ethan Zubak and Usman Silla, neither 90 minutes fit, both right around a half-hour fit. We'll see him in the second half. Even if those two guys were 90 minutes fit, who you taking out of the starting 11 tonight? Maybe Yannick Bazzini for Ethan Zubak, that seems like for like, but outside of that, I don't know who else you're taking out to bring in Usman Silla, who has to find a way into the starting 11 somehow. Ben Alcazar through, McKinnon was there. Set up in the end. Soft header back for Batruni, but another dangerous moment with McKinnon at the heart of it.
Had a really strong 21 minutes in. McKinnon, good run here from Akeem Ward.
Sent that way from Arafave. Ward clips one, Patino is lurking. Never got the header across from Emil Cuejo. Don't have to be on the roster to get on the field at Championship Soccer Stadium. Orange County SC offers group experiences that lets fans be part of the matchday action. Groups of 10 or more can receive discounted tickets and even access on-field experiences like player walkouts, halftime activities, and post-match games on the pitch. If you're planning a team event, birthday, or company outing, visit orangecountysoccer.com/group tickets to learn more. Ward commits the foul. He didn't agree with it. Oh, you gotta love an on-field microphone positioned in that spot. Donado gives it away. Palomino pushing through. Try from distance by Kelly. Pulled wide. They are giving everything away right now, San Antonio, much too easily.
Just so casual from San Antonio. Maldonado takes far too many touches and far too long. Really good pick of the pocket from Partida. Now as his ball comes back across, I love how quick Kelly takes his first touch to get his shot off target. Just pulls it a little bit wide, but the high press for Orange County causing all sorts of issues for San Antonio.
Every team at some point in the course of a long season due for a letdown. It just feels like San Antonio are still in the locker room at this point. Completely out of character the way they played. The defensive breakdowns, the giveaways, out of possession.
Especially when you're back-to-back games on the road. Have not had the ability to go back to San Antonio. Starting this game, you have to keep it extremely simple to play yourself into it, try to settle yourself into it, and then you can start to take chances. San Antonio struggling to get up to tempo in this match.
All the space for Hagart now. Right at Crownally, cuts in, fouled. Will he see yellow? That's what Orange County's bench is pleading for, and Nico Benalcazar, you can read his lips there. That's not a card. There's Ryan McKinnon showing the imaginary card, but it looks like Crownally gets away with it here. It's a free kick for Orange County.
How many times has San Antonio left their back three exposed in terms of 1v1 defending? Crownally's a center back. He does not want to be this wide. A little bit of a swivel of the hips from Hagar. None of the ball, all the player, and rightly so. He finally gets his booking. It's a clear foul, and in the end, right call from Natalie Simon to book Crownally.
Just went over and found him after she had marked the spot for the free kick. No stranger to the book. Already 4 yellows this season. But, that yellow card accumulation suspension might come sooner rather than later for Alex Crownally. He just has to hope that doesn't turn into a second goal for Orange County in the early going. 13th minute, 11th minute. Ryan McKinnon. And the assist from Palomino, who stands over this free kick. They try to test Petruni at the near post. Going right into that danger area.
That's exactly where you need to put this ball if you are Palomino, especially with the traffic coming across. Petruni, someone touches it, can ricochet into the back of the net. No one does, squeaks in the end. Well done by Key Moore just to drop in and bravely put this over the goal line.
First corner of the evening for Orange County. Dropped in, back post, but Petruni pulls it away. Kelly, too much on it. Was it saved there by Bruno? It was the overhead kick in front. It's waiting for somebody to tap it home. Palomino keeps it alive. Partida whips it in. Good effort all around, keeping that attack going for Orange County when it seemed lost. Another ball in over the top, over the head of Tubbs. Brewitt keeps it alive. Bazzini. Hagar curling it in. Break could be on for San Antonio. Pushed ahead by Patino. Has help on the left side. Patino flaring it that way. Wasted.
Talk about the acrobatics here as this ball comes back across. Well done from Brewitt. Is it over? Inline, and then Bazzini. Full force. But as this ball comes to Patino, you need to hit this ball right now. Because as you take that touch, that angle just gets so much tighter, and you have to lift it. It becomes a little bit more complicated. If you just pop it into the feet of Christian Pirano, it's a 1v1 with him and Rando. Opportunity missed for San Antonio.
Take a little time for those two to get on the same page again, but when they do, look out. Empowering San Antonio to that 2022 title. Hernandez on the turn. Patino comes all the way through for Errol Fave, pulling it near post, and it only threatens the water bottle in the end.
Good movement here from Earl Faves to continue. Bottom of your screen, doing a good job at just watching this ball comes in. First touch isn't the best, has to take a secondary setup touch. And always bending away from Rando. Again, another sloppy touch from Patino that sets up Earl Fave.
Nice turn. McKinnon up to War. The USL on CBS Sports Network kicks off on April 18th with an Eastern Conference showdown. Charleston Battery take on The fast-starting Tampa Bay Rowdies at 3 p.m. Eastern gets the action on the CBS Sports Network on April 18th. Tampa Bay perfect. 4 games, 4 wins this season. Still a few unbeaten teams throughout the league. In the Eastern Conference, Tampa Bay 4-0. Hartford Athletic, 3 ties, 2 wins, no losses. So further down the table, but one blemish to this point. And then tonight, San Antonio, no losses for now. El Paso also unbeaten, 3 wins and a tie. Could we be seeing one of the unbeaten sides lose that honor tonight?
A lot of contact here from Partida. Initially, he does win the ball, but notice his left elbow catches Akeem Ward. That is why every single person in the San Antonio bench on their feet asking questions of Natalie Simon. He does make a play on the ball, but it's a follow-through that catches Akeem Ward. Good to see the right back up on his own power. He's been really active on this near side for the visiting side.
Pirano tracking it down. Cuello. Cuello. Kenny Barbier stepping into it. Pirano. Kelly lets it go, wasn't going to get there. Tried from a long way out. Rando has it smothered. Ricky Maldonado stepping into one. Had a goal and 8 assists last season, Maldonado with North Carolina. Stayed with North Carolina in their rise from USL League One to the championship. It's all league in 2023 when North Carolina won the title in League One. And Alcazar pushes it ahead. Hagar squaring it back for McKinnon. On that preferred foot. He almost got Gnarly. Almost clocked Gnarly right in the big orange noggin.
Yeah, a little bit of vision Gnarly is needed. Come on now. A really good ball here from Ben Alcazar. But again, this near side for San Antonio needs to figure things out. Akeem Ward's extremely high. If he's high, Cornally needs to come across. If you are McKinnon, notice how he almost slips when he does approach the ball. When a ball's coming towards you as an attacking player, you just need to run through it. Just get your hips wrapped around it and try to bend it towards that near post. A little bit off balance and opportunity goes wasted for Orange County. You can just notice, Joe, this right side for San Antonio. If you're going to allow Akeem Ward to be as aggressive as he has been through 32 minutes, Cornally needs to recognize that a lot quicker, and he needs to provide coverage and rotate over. You either need to pull Akeem Ward a little bit more safe and have him stay at home, or you provide the width and pull Tainter over. But that's the biggest issue for San Antonio defensively. There's just no rotation, and every single time that back three is getting caught on an island.
Are you surprised how out of sync they are? This is not new. This is something they've been running all season.
Yeah, you have to think it's something maybe to do with the travel, the back-to-back on the road games for Carlos Yamosa. But yet, these are experienced players that we've talked about. The ability to find real-time solutions throughout a match is something that we've seen and them very capable of doing.
Maybe chalk some of it up to Orange County's rotations confusing them, and that's something that has been a regularity for Orange County. So many of their players in the attacking front are fluid and can play a couple of positions up there. Hagart comes off the left or operates as a 10. McKinnon could come off the right or as a 9. Same thing for Bazzini, could come off the right or play as a true striker. You get the picture. All those guys up there playing multiple spots. So is it maybe just losing track of guys where they are and what they're actually playing in a given moment?
All that is true, yes, but that's something that we've seen over the course of the season for Orange County. So if you are Carlos Yamosa, that's something to be expected of.
Space again for Hagart, receiving from Bazzini. Hagar cutting in. Hagar all alone. Saved by Petruni. Rebound put in. Flag stayed down. Bazzini makes it 2-0 Orange County.
Just talked about this right side for San Antonio. This is exactly how this goal comes to fruition. You win the ball central, you change your point of attack. Fantastic little interplay for that central location. But just notice this run from McKinnon. As Hagar continues, he pulls out only Cornally and Tainer, so that opens up that whole goal for Chris Hagar to picture where he wants this ball to be popped into. Good save from Bachuti in the end. But Bazzini, as an attacking player, you're always taught to follow up. Easiest goal of his professional career from about 3 yards out. And just like that, Orange County double the lead.
Bazzini's first goal of this season, his first goal in USL Championship, spent last year in USL League One with South Georgia Tormenta, scored 11 goals for Tormenta. Ended the year on a scorcher. 6 of his goals came in the final 7 games, Bazzini. Finally on the score sheet now in 2026. Second goal in this first half brought to you by Hogue. Orange County have scored as much in the first half hour of this game as San Antonio, or rather more in this first half hour than San Antonio have allowed all season coming in. 1 goal conceded in 5 games. 2 goals conceded in 35 minutes tonight. Oh, Fave. Back to the goal. Chris Hagar darn near had a meal by the time he took his touch cutting in, picked his head up, thinking about it. Where's he want to shoot? Great save by Petruni, and maybe for all the time he had, Hagar should have done better, but you can't have a guy basically sit up and think about exactly where he wants to put it for that long in the box.
But we've talked about the rotation within this back line for San Antonio. You need to communicate if you are Tainer into Cronali, saying one of us has to go with the runner, the other one stays with the ball. The problem is both of them go with the run from McKinnon. And give credit to Hagar, the patience to let this play develop. But a lot of times, Joe, when you're an attacking player and you have too much time to think, you try to be too perfect. Hagar, you're going to see that one back saying, if I can just slot it towards that far post, I'll find the back of the net.
It was funny in the celebration, actually, everybody's still enjoying the goal, and Hagar is sitting there shaking his head, because he knows that should have been his goal. All the time he had, and the quality player that he is. Hagar's still looking for his first goal of the season, so it'll be weighing on him as well. 9 shots to 3 in favor of Orange County. 5 shots on target to 2 in favor of Orange County. 5 of their shots have come from inside the box, so they're getting into the dangerous areas. Not just winging a prayer shots from 20, 25 yards out. They're getting into the dangerous spots. When McKinnon made it 1-0, we noted that it was the first time San Antonio was playing from behind this year. So it goes without saying, but it's the first time they have a multi-goal deficit. Can they battle back? Rando punches it clear. Steep hill to climb now for the visitors. Back out to Ward. Team Ward dispossessed. Orange County fans, are you ready to unlock the best experience in black and orange? 2026 Orange County season memberships are on sale now. Join OC's best kept secret and enjoy lowest ticket pricing, exclusive benefits, and unforgettable match day experiences all season long. Learn more at orangecountysoccer.com/tickets. Ward. Maldonado, good ball. Header square from Cuello. That angle, you can't fault Cuello for trying to set somebody else up. Would have been tough to go for a goal. There was nobody there for San Antonio. Hernandez. McKinnon.
Good work there from Jorge Hernandez.
Hernandez. Forearm up there. It's a foul against San Antonio. Simon was all over it. He's trying to say it was his shoulder. I don't know about that. I feel like that's the natural player reaction. You have to try and sell it like it was your shoulder, but it's more the forearm right in there and then in there.
Now you get in trouble when it's extended away from your body. A little bit of a hash out as well, catching Partida. Alex Simon, perfect angle, calls it. Rightly so, and a yellow to Hernandez.
Joins Alex Cornally in the book for San Antonio. Scratch that. No yellow was shown to Hernandez. Barbier.
Just notice the amount of numbers Orange County has, essentially allowing San Antonio to go around them, but not through them. So you are, San Antonio, you need more movement from Patiño here.
Given away in a bad spot by Orange County. Kept their shape though, forced them back. Good challenge put in by McKinnon, tracking all the way back and dispossessing Hernandez. That's the stuff that might even make Danny Stone happier than the goal he scored earlier. He's coming all the way back to do his defensive work on a guy who's been 3 straight years All-League first team. Now it's the other way. It's McKinnon again. That would have been a perfect sequence. He won the ball, and he almost ended up on the finishing end as well.
But how good is this ball from Palomino? Takes out every single one of the San Antonio players. Great first touch from McKinnon, an even better recovery and timing of the challenge from Cornally. He needs to get this right when he leaves his feet. Does that and more. Very easily could have been 3-0 Orange County. That's the second ball that we've seen from Marcelo Palomino just break through that midfield line and back line of San Antonio.
Kelly drops in the corner. Cornally rising through, heading it clear. Out to Hagart. Cuts in, Hagart lining it up, curling it through the traffic. Moves it off of last. A white jersey, corner again.
At a certain point, you have to understand if you are San Antonio, Chris Hagart's right-footed. So he's always going to try to cut in. So if you are Eurofave, you need to force him towards a corner flag and towards away from goal.
Kelly, good service again. Oh, Tubbs just missed it. He snapped his neck down at it, but mistimed it. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golasso Network and ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. Near perfect first half it's been so far for Orange County. It's another one of those nights where Alex Rando hasn't had to do anything. A couple of saves have been simple. Goes back to a conversation we had with Danny Stone a couple of weeks ago ahead of the match they played against Oakland. He had a chat with Alex Rando, sort of felt bad about really not contributing much, but it wasn't his fault. The back line just wasn't allowing any shots. And conversation happened, hey, it's gonna come. There's gonna come a time where the back line is going to let you down. It's natural over the course of a season, and you're gonna have to step up. So you'll pick them up in the same way they've been picking you up. Fast forward a couple of games, and that's when the mistakes happen from Rando. Might be called upon here, though. Pirano weaving his way through. Still Pirano going down to the ground. You can't help but wonder if he didn't try to fight through that, would he have been given a penalty? You don't want to reward somebody, or rather, you don't want to encourage the dark arts, but if he goes down right there,
it's a foul.
It's a penalty.
100%. Quick feet from Pirano as Tubbs gets caught lunging in. It's a clear foul. Orange County get away with one here. Carlos Jamosa and San Antonio irate that this is not called. How many times have we seen Pirano able to wiggle out of tight areas with the ball glued to his foot?
In the lead up to that conversation about Alex Rando, just to put a bow on it, he wants to get back on track with making some big saves and some big moments after he was waiting for his turn, and then his turn came up the last couple of games, and blunders cost his team a spot. An Open Cup cost them the result last game against New Mexico. Hasn't had to make any saves yet. Almost called upon there. Might be here. Pirano. He is credited with 3 saves tonight, but they've not been difficult. Rando watches that one sail.
Starting to come a little bit of more of a factor. Pirano on this near side with Hakeem Ward, allowing him to just operate in between the lines in a central location. Again, just goes back to the amount of weapons that Carlos Jamosa has in the attacking phase of play. Hernandez, Pirano, Cuejo, Hakeem Ward going forward, Santiago Patino, Hawkinson coming back to a full fitness as well. A lot of weapons that he can deploy.
That triangle at the back of the 2 center backs and Tom Brewitt and Garrison Tubbs, and then Kevin Partita in the defensive midfielder role. It might be as good as any triangle at the back of any team in USL Championship. It's part of the reason why Rando hasn't had much work to do over the first few weeks. Tubbs on loan from DC United. Tom Brewitt, longtime staple of this league, one of the best center backs in this league. Dangerous challenge there from Hakeem Ward. It was that trailing leg that came up and nicked Chris Hagar at an awkward angle right in front of Danny Stone, who's not happy.
And watch how high Hakeem Ward's right leg is, catching the left boot of Chris Hagar here.
Ooh.
This is the angle right here. I'll tell you what, lucky he gets the ball initially with that left foot, because that right foot is extremely high. Danny Stone, left side of your screen, sees it the whole way.
If VAR were part of the picture,
he'd be off.
He'd be gone. Forget about a yellow card in that situation, not even a foul call in that situation. With VAR, San Antonio are probably down to 10 men. In any event, the half comes to an end right there. You can't complain too much if you're Orange County, because you do take a 2-0 lead into the break.
If you're Danny Stone, you are extremely pleased with what you saw from your side on and off the ball. That's something that you're not going to be happy with Chris Hagar. Very slow to get on his feet, but through the run of play, you were by far the better side. For Carlos Jamosa, it's all about the shape, it's all about the mentality, and just basic communication. Passing players off rotation, need to figure things out defensively in this next 45 minutes.
Through the first few weeks of the season, as the hierarchy began to take shape in the Western Conference, it was clear Orange County and San Antonio were both in that contender class. One loss between them in the first 10 combined games played. San Antonio came in tonight unbeaten, trending toward that becoming a thing of the past. Orange County 2, San Antonio nothing. More to come from Irvine.
This is Tom Brewitt, OCSC captain and today's creative director. Come on, get him working the camera a little bit. Stay there, look down the camera. No, just believe that could be amazing. Do you like the colour, do you like the design, do you like the lines? Do you know what the lines represent? 34 lines for 34 cities. Yeah, safe.
This is incredible technology. We can actually solve drunk driving.
We are here to send a very strong message. Drunk driving must stop.
We are educators, supporters, listeners, and most of all, we are relentless. Because one life lost is one too many. Together, we can end impaired driving for good. Join the movement. Drive change. Save lives.
Every morning I draw a line. I've painted thousands of them. The lines are simple, but what happens within them is magical. Some lines divide, but not this one. It's the common thread for our shared love for the game. Soccer, football, call it what you want. This line, this team, it brings each of us to a common ground, the line that connects us. We, OCSC.
At the Pickup Family Neurosciences Institute, we function as a unit. Neurosurgery and neurology, physical medicine and rehab, physical therapy. It's patient-focused, patient-centered care. The future of the neurosciences at Hoag is filled with promise. We are at the cusp of incredible advancements and innovations that are truly going to transform medical care and its delivery. Patients don't just get a doctor when they come to Hoag, they get Team Hoag.
Tonight's match is presented by Raising Cane's, the official chicken finger of OCSC. There will come a time later this year where Orange County go to Santa Ana for a home game against the Oakland Roots. Why is that? Well, because the U.S. men's national team will be using Championship Soccer Stadium as their home base for the World Cup. It's not the only way that USL players are involved right now on the global stage ahead of the 2026 World Cup.
USL can enjoy its place in the countdown to history. Never before has an active USL player taken part in a World Cup, until now. For the past 2.5 years, more than 30 players from USL Championship and League One battled through World Cup qualifying. This summer, 6 of them have a chance to hit the field for their respective country. Miami FC teammates Eloy Rom and Jurgen Lacadia made history, helping Curacao qualify for the World Cup for the first time ever. Curacao will face Germany, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador in group play. And for the first time since 1974, Haiti will take part in the World Cup, following a very unique road through qualifying. 4 championship players, Duke Lacroix and Garvin Matusala of Colorado Springs, Delence Pierre from FC Tulsa, and Carl Sente from New Mexico United, led Haiti through qualifying without playing a home match. Now the Haitian team faces a tough group at the World Cup with matches against Brazil, Morocco, and Scotland. But while World Cup qualifying owned the spotlight in late March, several USL players took part on U.S. youth national teams, also on the world stage. Colton Swan of Charleston Battery scored a goal for the U.S. Under-20 team against Argentina in Argentina. Orange County SC's Tyson Espy played for the Under-17 team in Paraguay. And the U.S. Under-18 team played in Portugal, featuring Ramiz Hamuda from Birmingham Legion, Brandon Days of Louisville City, and Jameer Johnson from Orange County SC.
Take a Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kinda everything.
This spring, stay 3 nights and get a $50 Best Western gift card.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kinda everything.
This spring, stay 3 nights and get a $50 Best Western gift card.
This is Tom Brewitt, OCSC captain and today's creative director. Come on, get him working the camera a little bit. Stay there, look down the camera. No, just believe that could be amazing. Do you like the colour, do you like the design, do you like the lines? Do you know what the lines represent? 34 lines for 34 cities. Yeah, safe.
It is halftime in the USL Championship. We hope you're enjoying your match so far. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio with a look at some of the headlines this week. Charleston Battery head coach Ben Pierman achieved his 100th victory in the championship in Week 5, the 6th coach in championship history to reach that milestone. And that 2-0 win was a big one, Charleston's first ever road victory against Louisville City. We have 4 remaining unbeaten teams: San Antonio, El Paso, Hartford, and Tampa Bay. The Rowdies are the lone team with all wins so far, 4 of them thanks in big part to crunch time. 4 goals scored in the final 15 minutes of matches plus added time, and 5 goals scored by substitutes. So our USL Championship Coach of the Month is no surprise. Dominic Casciato of those Tampa Bay Rowdies. Casciato helped rebuild that roster during the offseason and right now has everything working as planned. National broadcasts coming up in the USL Championship. Charleston Battery hosting those Rowdies next Saturday, and USL Cup El Clamico style, Rhode Island and Hartford. That match is on the 25th. Both of those matches are on CBS Sports Network. We're getting closer to the second half. This is the USL Halftime Update. Let's get you back out to your match.
Dream first half for Orange County, leading 2-0 over San Antonio. Orange County left the ranks of the unbeaten with their loss this past weekend against New Mexico. They could be bringing San Antonio down with them now. One of the last couple remaining unbeaten teams, San Antonio, in significant danger. Busy week ahead still in the USL Championship. Here from Orange County, where the home side lead 2-0 over San Antonio on goals from Liam McKinnon and Yaniv Bazzini. See what half number 2 has in store.
Every morning I draw a line. I've painted thousands of them. The lines are simple, but what happens within them is magical. Some lines divide, but not this one. It's the common thread for our shared love for the game. Soccer, football, call it what you want. This line, this team, it brings each of us to a common ground, the line that connects us. We, OCSC.
Kids grow up fast. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. With Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, let me see if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
At the Pickup Family Neurosciences Institute, we function as a unit. Neurosurgery and neurology, physical medicine and rehab, physical therapy. It's patient-focused, patient-centered care. The future of the neurosciences at Hoag is filled with promise. We are at the cusp of incredible advancements and innovations that are truly going to transform medical care and its delivery. Patients don't just get a doctor when they come to Hoag, they get Team Hoag.
This is Tom Brewitt, OCSC captain and today's creative director. Come on, get him working the camera a little bit. Stay there, look down the camera. No, just believe that could be amazing. Do you like the colour, do you like the design, do you like the lines? Do you know what the lines represent? 34 lines for 34 cities. Yeah, safe.
The USL on CBS is presented by Best Western Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel partner of the United Soccer League. First half to remember for Orange County, first half to forget for San Antonio. Even though they want to forget it, we're going to show it again to you anyway with the highlights from half number 1.
Really good ball from Palomino, even better first touch from McKinnon, but the shape of San Antonio all over the place. That is a really good finish. Makes it look a lot easier than what it is. So you have a clean first touch and just rope it low and hard to that far post. And again, for Orange County, if you can continue to penetrate on this near side, you cause some issues, but notice both center backs right here. They both go with the run of McKinnon. That opens up the space for Hagar, and he has so much time to pick out a corner. And in the end, it's a good initial save from Butrini, and he does a good job, but Bazzini's right there to clean it up. 2-0 Orange County.
I'll show you the stats from that first half. It paints a very favorable picture for Orange County. Almost double the shots on target. Possession when San Antonio was away, but so much of it was fruitless, just trying to play it out of their own end. And we'll see a change out of the gates here. A couple of changes on the on the San Antonio side to get things going in half number 2. Now that we saw it again, Ricky, that second goal for Orange County, who's more at fault in that moment? Is it Tainter for not passing his guy off to Cronali, or is it Cronali for not stepping to Hagar?
Cronali needs to stay with the ball there. Mitch Tainter needs to track the run, and you need to communicate it. So Tainter needs to talk to Cronali saying, you go ball, I go run. But nothing of that happens. Cronali knows McKinnon's making that run off of his shoulder, so he has to have the ability to stay with the ball, and that is something that continued to lack for San Antonio.
ready to go in this second half. San Antonio right to left in the white. Orange County left to right in the orange. 2 changes out of the gates from San Antonio. They bring on Kurt Kalo for Dimitri Erofave and EJ Johnson for Jorge Hernandez. So interesting to see Hernandez pulled at halftime. It's been a slog for San Antonio, staying on the road this week after a road game on the weekend. Had a midweek game last week as well, an Open Cup that went the distance at 120 minutes. So preserving maybe the legs of Hernandez after the first half that was a 2-0 lead for Orange County. Looking through, Bazzini! Offside flag, otherwise you could have probably written this one off.
Just carving San Antonio wide open. Orange County picking up right where they left off. If Kelly was a bit cleaner with his initial touch, Bazzini has a clear way so he can time his run. Good finish in the end, but nearly the third for Orange County.
Those 2 subs from San Antonio brought to you by MedEquip, turning setbacks into comebacks. I wouldn't read into it being too much of a statement going back to that change of Hernandez coming off. Just a matter of, again, it's a 2-0 game. Things weren't going your way in that first half. He's your 3 straight years first team all-league player in the midfield. It's a case of maybe the minutes played and the schedule congestion catching up. Seeing a moment here, scored 2-0 to get him some rest. Happy to have you with us this evening on the Golazo Network alongside MLS veteran Ricky Lopez-Espin. I'm Joe Malfa. Those goals in the first half from Ryan McKinnon, his 2nd of the season. Yannick Bazzini, his 1st of the season. Orange County looking to get back on track after their first loss of the season, and in doing so, handing San Antonio their first loss of the season. The live table right now, Orange County do go back into 1st in the Western Conference, leapfrogging San Antonio. So in the live table, you're looking at 1st place Orange County and 2nd place San Antonio. Right now battling it out in a standalone game on a Wednesday night in the USL Championship. Hakeem Ward, who's fortunate to still be in this game for his challenge at the end of the first half. Ward trying to dink it through for Patino. Ward showing a yellow for that, and that might be equal parts. Hey, I probably missed a red on you at the end of the first half. Let me give you a yellow this time.
Just going back to his opportunity for Orange County to notice, bottom of your screen, Bazzini just trying to time his run. About a yard off the shoulder of Danny Barbier. Notice how high his studs are exposed here from Hakeem Ward. Catching Chris Hagar. He does go into the book of Natalie Simon.
Give it away out of the back. It falls on the volley, pulled wide from Santiago Patino, still in search of his first goal this season. Didn't really work out for Patino after he left San Antonio in 2022. Went on to Brazil's 2nd tier in 23. 12 appearances, 2 goals, but then later that year returned to San Antonio, spent the next season and a half, and he left for Vietnam and Sudan. It never clicked. I think it's safe to say he belongs in San Antonio. Just a matter of getting him back on track to begin this season now. It was a momentous occasion last year when he announced his return. He was at the pitch for San Antonio as they were honoring their team of the decade. He was on field. It was a really fun moment. He got the microphone. He said he was coming back. Fans were all excited. It took him a little time to get off the ground and running late in the season. Just 2 goals, 1 assist in the final 10 games. But even that, for a small sample size, impressive. Reintegrating yourself. Big things expected this year, and still are, but a slow start.
Just a handful, Patino is. Really soft feet can combine, and just his mentality that wants to get on the end of service, that wants to score goals. Every single time you see him play, a sense of hunger. Service into him is going to be crucial for Carlos Hermosa as this year continues. to progress because he's a striker that needs the ball in around that 18-yard box.
Carlos Llamosa is confident it will turn for San Antonio. He was going down the list. He mentioned a number of the players in the attack, like Pirano, like Patino, at some point had an injury in preseason. Nothing too severe, but enough to hinder their progress and slow things down. A try from distance here. Almost troubled Rando. Kurt Kalov announcing himself into this game as a sub. But all those guys had some sort of little niggle in the preseason that set them back, and they lacked the time together on the training ground because of it. So in time, as now they're all healthy and all together, Carlos Llamosa believes it's about a week or two from fully clicking as they have the time together now. Kalov. Amadou War comes in strong defensively. He has really done whatever he's been asked of from Danny Stone. And that's a player who last year entered as an open trialist, was his second time trying out for Orange County, finally made the team last year, became entrenched as a regular starter, and now starting in a new position as well out of necessity. Pushed in behind. McKinnon. Liam McKinnon. Settled from distance over the bar. Chris Hagart let it fly.
Just no presence essentially for San Antonio. You do well to clear your lines and deny this service, but notice the amount of time Chris Hagart has when he does recover this ball. It takes 3 touches, and then finally Maldonado steps up. Hits it well, always rising over the crossbar, but just the intensity has been lacking for San Antonio to close down space.
Doesn't feel like it'll be that long before the first goal falls for Chris Hagart. Has 1 assist this season. He's getting closer and closer to that first goal. Pops up in such dangerous areas. 3 goals, 9 assists last season. Switch to the number 10 kit this year. You can watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2TN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Go to USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Corneli. Taken back by Stephen Kelly.
Problem right now for San Antonio, Kalov and Maldonado are both getting caught extremely high. With that last instance, Stephen Kelly just pops the ball into McKinnon, has the ability to turn, just overhits the ball into Bazzini. Get the shape lacking for San Antonio.
Palomino drops it back. Kelly on the same page as McKinnon was starting to run into the space. Kelly expected him to post up. Cuello. Cuello played at Phoenix Rising under Danny Stone. Where Danny Stone ultimately came over to Orange County. Picking up where they left off in the first half in terms of the possession, San Antonio, but Not finding any easy passageway through. Again, it's Mohamedou War making a play. Second ball on the field, which Orange County's been used to this year, as Rafael Spiegel punted one and got a red card for it when they faced Oakland. Still not legal, though. Barbier. Tainter. Deflected through, Patino holding it up. Through for Pirano. Over the top, it was Akeem Ward. Trying to drop it in. Throw for San Antonio.
Better from San Antonio. The hold-up play into Patino. Now you get numbers in and around him. Good service from Akeem Ward, but even better positioning by the two center backs of Orange County, Tubbs and Brewitt, doing a good job in terms of their spacing and also their body position to see the service, but also to see the runners.
All three big center backs up for this long throw. Flick on. Johnson was waiting for it. Cuejo stabbed at it. Maldonado lets it go. Pirano trying to get it through for Patino. Battle ensues. Tubbs and Patino both end up slow to get up. They have not found a way into the box. Only 7 touches in the opposing 18-yard box for San Antonio. You contrast that with Orange County. They have 7 shots from inside the box of their 12. Paints a picture of where these two teams are getting. And it's a San Antonio side that has 65% of the possession. So for all that possession, they are not finding a way into the box. Patino still down after that last encounter.
Take it a step further. This man, Patino, only 15 touches through an hour. And that is your number 9. That is your goal scorer. That's how you need to get him a little bit more involved, and that is why we're starting to see San Antonio struggle in that final phase of play. As you see, Tubbs doing a good job at just fending off Patino. Nothing in that whatsoever. Maybe he does fall a little bit awkwardly. Immediately goes to that lower back.
You mentioned he has 15 touches. Orange County have 14 touches in San Antonio's box. So Orange County almost more touches in the 18 than Patino has total touches on the game. If you were to tell that to both of these coaches before the game, Danny Stone would have been a very happy man. And Carlos Chamosa would have been wondering what the heck went wrong. As we inch to the hour mark. Tell you what, they've already subbed off Jorge Hernandez. Busy stretch of games for San Antonio, long stretch on the road. Got a little back issue here for Patino. I wouldn't be surprised if Chamosa had a quick hook and pulled Patino as well after having already pulled Hernandez. The Hernandez substitution already tells you they've got a little bit of an eye on the next game. It's 2-0. Sure, it's still within touching distance, but the way Orange County's been defensively this year and controlling this game, risk it. San Antonio will turn around on the weekend at home against Miami FC. In by Kelly. Rolls it along. Palomino. Into the area, floats it back, post, saved by Matrudi.
Talked about War being a winger by trait. Talking about separation and explosiveness too, to put in a quality ball. Matrudi doing a good job. That is not an easy save. Notice how he needs to follow the flight of the ball, stay centrally, and then react to where McKinnon puts it. Good save. Second time in a matter of seconds that Quasia has been beat. Just getting his hip squared and not having the ability to go 1v1.
Kelly stands over the free kick. It has felt more like Orange County will find a third before San Antonio will find a first on the road back. It's just been the kind of night it's been here at Championship Soccer Stadium in Irvine. Will it come here? Kelly to the back post, flicked away by Barbier. Hagart keeps it alive. Cutting in Hagart. Not sure if it was a shot or a cross, either way. It's out for a throw.
Good ball.
Goes nowhere though. Closed down by Benalcazar. Johnson with Quasia to his left. E.J. Johnson goes inside instead. Taking it back. Coutinho's back out there for San Antonio. How long will he continue? War. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the grassroots to the pros, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest product specials and more. Select, the player's choice.
That last action, you see Carlos Llamosa and his coaching staff wanting that ball to go wide. You bring in Johnson to play next to Patiño. That gives you two real targets that you can play into. So the ball needs to go wide to provide service into those players. So we see a little bit of frustration from San Antonio bench area.
Nothing clicking in the attacking half as that one bounces beyond Quasia. Mohamedou War will get it back into play with the throw. You and I chatted a little bit about it last week during their Open Cup match. In today's day and age, between the college game and the many rungs of the ladder we have in the pro system in the United States, it blows my mind still that somebody like Mohamedou War fell through the cracks as much as he did. A player who, well, of course, as I'm talking about this, he commits a foul on a misread there. But he was born in Japan, raised in Japan, comes stateside. He had 2024 spent in Nisa with LA Force playing at a lower level. He tried out for Orange County, didn't make it. Tried out again, made it. And now is a regular starter. How does a player like that fall through the cracks to that extent in today's day and age?
Take it a step further, a starter and not his first position.
Right.
Usually plays as a winger, likes to go 1v1 dynamic, now playing as a right back, and he's done a tremendous job for Danny Stone.
Free kick right at Rando. He needs a clean sheet tonight. Just for the way the last two games have gone and the mistakes he's made, even if he doesn't have to make any crazy big saves, just to see a 0 and to have a game pass by without making a mistake, that's what he needs right now, Alex Rando. It's 25 minutes plus stoppage away from notching it. Hagart being really deep here to receive this one. War through the legs, but Cuejo stood him up. Kalov, Cuejo. Carried by Maldonado.
Great ball.
Settled by Akeem Ward. Pirano was making that darting run, demanding the ball. Cornally drops it in. Never really had a chance. Ballooned in toward Johnson. The header wide. It's the first time they've really come close in this second half. On a half-hearted attack at best. It all seemed in slow motion. Orange County just watching it. San Antonio going through the motions, but it was there for Johnson.
Talked about having this ball go wide so it can go back centrally to your two options. But if you are A.J. Johnson, you need to attack this ball. This ball hits you. Phenomenal ball from Cuejo. It's bending into you, so if you just continue your run and just snap it down into the ground, now you really put pressure on Rando. He's going to want that opportunity back, a player that quality.
You had Muhammadu War, Tom Brewitt, Garrison Tubbs all ball watching. To your point, Johnson waits for it to come to him. Rando never contested it. Everybody just seemed to be on pause for a moment. There we go again, Cuejo. Tying up that same type of ball, but the run wasn't there this time. Cuejo. Ward, great first touch from Akeem Ward. Blocked on the entry ball.
Been better here from San Antonio. Notice how high both outside backs are being in Cuejo and Akeem Ward.
Ward delivering. Again, tantalizingly through. Had Patino crashing. Just as Johnson was ready for the corner. Call ends up being goal kick, and here come the subs for Orange County, the two we expected to see, who were about 20, 30 minutes match fit. Come on now. At the 70-minute mark just about, Liam McKinnon will give way. Replaced by Ethan Zubak. Marcelo Palomino replaced by Usman Silla, but McKinnon got the scoring going tonight.
And Palomino was the one who plays this ball into McKinnon, takes it so well off the half volley. Notice the technique to keep his body squared, has his balance spot on, and strikes directly through the ball. Really good goal from McKinnon. An even better ball from Palomino. As Zubak comes in, he's going to give you work rate. He's going to give you mobility through the middle. So expect those runs down the channel between Barbier, Tainter, and Cornally. And that's still a very similar type of profile of Pirano. Wants to get the ball in the half turn, wants to drive at the opposing back line at pace, can combine, can go 1v1, and you and I are really high on Silla and his capabilities in this league.
I think as he gets to full fitness, and they haven't brought him back in yet. They took too long coming off Palomino, so they didn't allow Silla on the other way, playing down a man right now because of that. San Antonio almost made them pay.
Another good ball from Cuejo. And almost a similar action. This time it is Patino. Bending right between Tubbs and Ben Alcazar. Patino needs to put this on target. At the very least, make Rando make a save. Just tries to cushion it. Even there, Joe, even with that ball from Cuejo, you saw Rando get caught in no man's land. He starts to go, then he backs up. That gives Patino a little bit more time and space to read the flight of the ball.
War. He's playing the way he's facing. Going all the way back now to Rando. Again, Silla's still off the field because Palomino took too long to get off, not waving him back on yet. So playing down a man, Orange County. Trying to exploit it once again. It's out for a corner. Finally, Silla allowed out there. It draws the mock cheers from the crowd for about a minute and a half. The in-swinger, Pirano, dropping in for Tater. Randall the save and cleared off the line. That's the moment Alex Rando was looking for. That'll help the confidence for sure.
Answered the call when it comes, Rando. Phenomenal save to deny Tater the opening for San Antonio.
Still on for San Antonio, Crenale. Forcing his way through, out for another corner where they are so dangerous.
Amount of big bodies going forward, and notice Tater how he heads it down into this far post area. That is a really good save, especially with the amount of traffic. Give credit to Partita right there to clear up the mess.
If our colleague Gary Bailey, the goalkeeper expert, would chime in, I think he'd complain about the rebound control there from Rando, but fortunate that he had somebody there to pick him up and clear it out. Low driven ball this time from Pirano, had to be a miss hit. I cannot imagine with the three massive targets you have in there, San Antonio, that you would intentionally go for a low line drive on a corner. Teams will do that, looking for that flick out at the near post, but why would you do that if you're San Antonio with the weapons you have? So Usman Silla out there now wearing the number 8 for Orange County. You mentioned when he came on, or actually when he was supposed to come on before he then came on after the 90-second delay. Dynamic player he is, only not starting right now because he's not quite fit yet, nursing an injury from the preseason, getting back up to full health. When he is out there, oh, the difference he makes. The individual effort he had on the goal last week in Open Cup against Phoenix, one of the best goals you'll see. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Kelly almost gave it away. Comes away with it, though. Brought down by Tainter. Tainter shown a yellow. That's 2 of the 3 center backs now. Crenale and Tainter both on yellows.
Ability to drive at this back line. Watch the left leg and the knee catching Stephen Kelly. Clever from the midfielder. I mean, not a lot of contact in there, but goes down and makes the most of it. Winning a dangerous set piece for Orange County. And these areas are really tricky for goalkeepers, especially as in-swingers coming in. We saw it with Rando. If you can step in, then you step out. A little bit of hesitation can play into the favor of Orange County here.
Kelly looking for Brewitt. Backside of the 6 with that header across. Quarter of an hour remains. Was this score at halftime? It's remained ever since. And ball called against Orange County, and a little extra shove in the end from Johnson. Hagar tried to get up for it. It's the first time Akeem Ward and Chris Hagar have been on speaking terms tonight, as Ward went over to help him up. Hagar shown a yellow for his role in delaying that restart.
Tries to draw the foul here. Chris Hagar, as he sees the traffic or the contact coming. And then from this right there, play gets into the book of Natalie Simon. There's no real need, up 2 goals as well, to pick up a silly yellow card.
Nelson Flores Blanco and Christian Sorto both ready to check in for San Antonio. Waiting word on who will replace. I have to imagine Sorto will replace Patino, especially after he was nursing that back injury about 15 minutes ago. Silla. Usman Silla for Stephen Kelly. Kelly pushing it through. Great first touch, played across. Well, it's not something you'll see often in that moment. You get the thumbs up from Ethan Zubak. If Bazzini slides that ball through, it's easily 3-0. For a player with a goal already tonight in that area, be selfish, go for goal.
Need to go for goal. Phenomenal ball from Stephen Kelly. Great first touch. You need to pull a trigger here. There is no need to try to sweat this ball across and try to be a little bit cute. It's a 1v1 with the goalkeeper, especially with how good you've been in front of goal tonight. You need to really test the goalkeeper if you are Bazzini.
Holding off on the subs here for now. Coutinho stayed in, Sorto stayed off, but they did get Blanco in. Blanco replaced Anil Cuejo. It's funny, back to that moment there with Bazzini, you heard everybody on the Orange County bench, the coaching staff yelling at him to try to get his attention to shoot it afterwards. And meanwhile, you had Zubak, who was giving him the thumbs up because it was a good idea, good ball, just didn't quite come off. As Silla barreling through, Cronali brought down, but it's clean in the eyes of Natalie Simon. Johnson. Maldonado. Maldonado chipping it through for Blanco. Blanco bending it in. Tubbs heading it clear.
Don't know how this is not called a foul. Notice Cronali literally just backs up into Silla. It's a foul. Already on a yellow card as well.
Hold up there for San Antonio. We're going to bring on Sorto for Patino. They actually changed that. It's Akeem Ward coming off. Subs brought to you by MediQuip. Turning setbacks into comebacks. MediQuip from the corner. We'll do it again. Poor effort from the corner. The favorable San Antonio bounce, but nothing comes of it. Blanco. Steered for Pirano. Space for Pirano. Christian Pirano going for goal. Goal kick. If you can't watch the match, turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights, plus live matches from the USL, MLS Premier League, and more, all on SiriusXM FC 157 and the SiriusXM app. Kalov. Brought down by Sorto. Switched for Blanco. Fronted by War. Blanco forced back for Barbier. Maldonado delivering, looking for Pirano. Maldonado. Barbier swings it left. Blanco battling at the penalty spot. EJ Johnson and Garrison Tubbs. Orange County again holding strong defensively. Awkward challenge coming in from behind. Tom Brewitt. He's shown a yellow.
Really clever from Santiago Patino. Notice how he just puts himself between the ball and Brewitt. No need to leave your feet if you are Tom Brewitt here, especially with the amount of players you have around the ball here. Come through the back, deserving of a yellow card, and you give San Antonio a plethora of options to really test your defending goal.
Diego Suarez will replace Santiago Patino, so now they finally do get Patino off San Antonio. Another game without a goal for Patino. So brought to you by MedEquip, turning setbacks into comebacks. It's 5 appearances, 4 starts. No goals, no assists for Patino. Has to be frustrating for him, but feels like he and San Antonio are getting closer to clicking in the attack. We'll get something here off the free kick. Kalov. Two more changes coming for Orange County. Grayson Duty and Tyson Espy checking in. It'll be Yaniv Bazzini giving way. His goal made it 2-0, and Chris Hagart getting a well-deserved breather as well.
Really good performance from Hagart and Bazzini. The mobility, the fluidity, and the understanding between the attacking group for Danny Stone caused all sorts of issues for San Antonio. Talk about a coach that's trying to protect the result. You take off a striker in Bazzini, bring on center back in Espy.
You take off an attacking midfielder in Hagar and you bring on a left back in Duty. Are they going 3 at the back with 2 wingbacks here? Looks like it. Tubbs, Brewitt, Espy across the back. Benalcazar is your right wing back. And then Duty is your left wing back. So full lockdown mode now for Orange County, but Benalcazar has some space. Zubac calling for it, bent ahead, too much on it.
It's a right idea from Benalcazar, just a little bit too heavy. He knows it. Ethan Zubac makes a run off the shoulder of Danny Barbier.
But since coming onto the field, Silla has been so silky.
So good with the ball at his feet, making defenders miss left and right.
You might have to hit him up for some t-shirt collab there. You got to get Silky, but spell it S-Y-L-L-K-Y for Silla.
I like it.
Right?
I like
right?
it.
Orange County, hit us up.
No Chad's listening.
The first idea is free. I'll charge you for the second one.
Just look at the space centrally. Maldonado having a really difficult time dealing with the pace and recovery.
Benalcazar from Silla. Benalcazar driving it through. He stopped his run, Zubac. You see him signaling there. He wanted it chipped up over the top. Player of his size, that's the better bet.
1 or 2 options here from Benalcazar. You continue with the momentum and you continue to be aggressive to take a positive first touch at Danny Barbier, or you hit it early, allowing Ethan Zubac to run onto it.
against Flores Blanco. Yellow shown.
Just no need for Flores Blanco to go in that aggressively. Benalcazar inviting the contact, feels anything goes down. eFootball's here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now.
You know what Gnarly does in his spare time? He is always firing up eFootball.
He needs to get a high rating on his vision in that first half.
Barring anything crazy late here, Orange County and San Antonio will end the night with identical 3-1-2 records. Superior goal differential and the head-to-head go Orange County's favor. They end the night in first place in the Western Conference. El Paso Locomotive, as it stands, would be the side that controlled destiny right now. As far as points per game, 10 points from 4 matches, still unbeaten. They take on Hartford this weekend. They have 2 games in hand, El Paso, on both of these teams above them in the standings. Only 1 point behind with those 2 games in hand. This is the time of year, though, Ricky, a month in, 6 games in, or 5, depending on the team after this weekend, where you really start to get a sense of who's going to end up where. Summer is where the separation happens, and when you really know who's who, and that's when you get some of those big acquisitions as well that can tilt things. But around this time is when you start to see, all right, you know, for the most part, who the playoff teams, or at least who the contenders are going to be. Orange County and San Antonio, without a doubt, 2 of the top teams in the Western Conference, even though San Antonio did not by any means put their best foot forward tonight.
Also a chance for coaches to really understand what they have within their locker room. The players that they've brought in, does it match with expectation, that their roles that they envision them to play? Again, just look at the space for Orange County to operate in. 3v2.
Benalcazar, overlap coming from War. Zubak, tackle. Tainter had to time it right on a yellow.
Give credit where credit's due there. The recovery there from San Antonio, really impressive, especially with the 1v1 defending from Mitch Tainter. Really well done there.
Told there will be 4 additional minutes tacked on here at the end. I mentioned earlier that San Antonio will finally get back home this weekend. They'll host Miami. That could be exactly what the doctor ordered to get back on track. Benalcazar. Orange County this weekend will take a trip to Tulsa. Reigning Western Conference title winners. League runners-up, losing to Pittsburgh in that title game last year in penalties. Slow start for Tulsa. Sitting below the playoff line right now. A win, a loss, and 2 draws from their first 4 games. It's been a busy stretch for Orange County, but at least they've done it from the confines of their own home. Last Wednesday, home against Phoenix. This past weekend, home against New Mexico. Here tonight, home against San Antonio. So going back on the road. Last time they were on the road, they beat Oakland 1-0 at the Coliseum. Stephen Kelly will sit the last couple of minutes. Efren Solis replaces.
Was really good. Stephen Kelly covered a lot of ground, clogged a lot of passing lanes and in possession. Showed out his passing range ability to find that final ball. Really good performance shown by the central midfielder.
And all that being said, it didn't feel like it was his most crisp night either. There were a few mistakes and giveaways he had, which is not the norm for him. All that's to say, on a night like tonight, where maybe your most important player in the midfield didn't have his best night, and you still controlled this game to the extent that you did, it's a testament to what Orange County has built here. The periphery players and players still missing, not fully healthy yet. No Ryan Dogman, only 20 minutes of Ethan Zubak and Usman Silla. If they get healthy and stay healthy, it's an argument to be made that they could be the best team on paper, or one of the best teams on paper in the Western Conference. Very solid on every line of the field, most notably on this back line. As they are minutes away from a third clean sheet in 6 games.
Well done there by EJ Johnson, showing off the ability to be a hold-up number 9, but also turn his defender the pace. They just free kick here for San Antonio to give them a little bit of life.
Just one in the wall. Dropped in, edge of the 6, just over Cronali's head. Sorto. Maldonado. Comes out for Kalov. 40 seconds remaining. Kalov going for goal at that back post, waiting for somebody. Pirano was the closest to it, and that should just about do it. Final whistle goes. San Antonio no longer among the unbeaten in USL Championship, down 2-0 by Orange County. Liam McKinnon and Yaniv Bazzini combined to give Orange County all 3 points.
Yeah, really good performance for Danny Stone and company. Orange County were by far the better side, specifically in that first 45 minutes. On the ball, really penetrating this San Antonio back line. The effort covered a lot more ground, made some big-time saves, scored some really nice goals, and going to do a world of good for their confidence, especially with the last 2 results over all competitions here at home.
They were the better side in that loss against New Mexico, the better side when they were eliminated in Open Cup in extra time against Phoenix Rising. Those 2 games left a bitter taste in their mouth, but tonight they rinse it out. A big 3 points for Orange County. In control the entire way tonight, never really threatened. McKinnon did it early, 11 minutes in. Bazzini tacked on in the 34th minute, and Orange County never looked back. We'll come back in a moment to wrap things up from Irvine.
This is Tom Brewitt, OCSC captain and today's creative director. Come on, get him working the camera a little bit. Stay there, look down the camera. No, just believe that could be amazing. Do you like the colour? Do you like the design? Do you like the lines? Do you know what the lines represent? 34 lines for 34 cities. Yeah, safe.
At the Pickup Family Neurosciences Institute, we function as a unit. Neurosurgery and neurology, physical medicine and rehab, physical therapy. It's patient-focused, patient-centered care. The future of the neurosciences at Hoag is filled with promise. We are at the cusp of incredible advancements and innovations that are truly going to transform medical care and its delivery. Patients don't just get a doctor when they come to Hoag, they get Team Hoag.
Every morning I draw a line. I've painted thousands of them. The lines are simple, but what happens within them is magical. Some lines divide, but not this one. It's the common thread for our shared love for the game. Soccer, football, call it what you want. This line, this team, it brings each of us to a common ground, the line that connects us. We, OCSC.
All celebrations from the County Line Coalition. 2-0 Orange County takes it over San Antonio through and through. The better side this evening, well deserving of the 3 points. It didn't take long. Gnarly, he almost got clocked in the head back in that first half, but around all that, Orange County put in 2 in the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, really good performance for Orange County through the whole game for Danny Stone. You need to be really pleased with what you saw from your side. Bottom of your screen, McKinnon understands that Akeem Ward's high. Mitch Tainer is isolated, so let me just peel into that channel. Good ball for Marcelo Palomino. Great first touch and a really good finish low and hard to that far post for a striker that needed that goal in terms of his confidence. One back the other way. Again, this near side causing all sorts of issues. And notice the patience from Hagart to let the run from McKinnon pull both center backs up. And as they do, that opens up the space centrally. You take your time in space, maybe too much time, forcing an initial good save from the goalkeeper, but falls right to Bazzini. An easy finish for a player that quality to double Orange County lead.
San Antonio never had any chances that were that clear, that were that good in the second half. It always felt like Orange County were more likely to find a third, and San Antonio were to find a first. Off the giveaway here, Patino pulls it wide. He's starting to maybe show some signs of frustration looking for his first goal of the season. There was more from him as this one went on.
Good ball from Cuejo in between Benalcazar and Tubbs. And as this ball comes in, just notice Santiago is just trying to cushion it up and over Rando, just a little bit wide, not clean enough for the striker. And what about this save from Rando? Talked about the struggles he's had recently. That is a phenomenal acrobatic save. Yes, he could be pushing this wide, never back into a traffic area, but Partita's there to save the day.
Well, finishes 2-0 for Orange County. The stats actually paint a more even picture. It was never this close. San Antonio in that second half did a little bit of stat padding as Orange County sat back.
For San Antonio and Carlos Hermoso, you need to get your shape a lot more compact in terms of your rotation as well. That is what really killed you in that first 45 minutes. And for Danny Stone, can you continue with this momentum? That is 3 games that you've been the better side. Now the result falls in your favor. Big opportunity next time against Tulsa.
So Orange County will rest tonight knowing they are in first place in the Western Conference. San Antonio dipping down to second place right below them. For the crew that makes this possible, broadcast partner Ricky Lopez-Espin, I'm Joe Malva saying so long for now. A standalone game in the USL Championship on this Wednesday sees Orange County take it 2-0 over San Antonio. Good night, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.